We're always being told to move more. But what does the science actually say about that? We're going to cut through all the noise and the confusing studies to get to the simplest, most powerful truths about physical activity and what it really means for your health.
So let's start with a big question. What if I told you there was a single lever you could pull? Just one simple change that could fundamentally transform your health. I know, it sounds a little too good to be true, kind of like the ultimate life hack. But you know what? The data doesn't lie. First up, the big headline number. The research links regular physical activity to a staggering 31% reduction in what's called all-cause mortality. Just let that sink in for a second. That's a nearly one-third lower risk of dying from any cause just from moving your body a bit more. And it gets even better when we zoom in on specific threats. Take cardiovascular disease, one of the biggest killers out there today. We see a 33% lower incidence rate. So every step you take, every beat of your heart, you're literally building a stronger, more resilient engine for your body. And to top it all off, look at this, a massive 40% drop in the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. When you put all these numbers together, we're not just talking about minor improvements. This is like a total re-engineering of your body's entire defense system. So yeah, those are the big life-saving numbers, but the story doesn't stop there, not even close. The payoff for getting active is a true full-body phenomenon, and it touches systems you might not even expect. I mean, just look at the sheer breadth of these benefits. This isn't just about your heart. It's a complete system upgrade. Movement improves how you breathe, it sharpens how you think, and it can actually lift your mood by reducing anxiety and depression. It even strengthens your skeleton and helps prevent certain types of cancer. It is truly the master key to total body wellness. Now, to really put all this amazing science into practice, we first need to get the language right. We hear the words physical activity and exercise thrown around all the time. But guess what? They don't actually mean the same thing. And knowing the difference, well, that's the key to unlocking the benefits. Okay, so let's start with physical activity. Think of this as the big, all-encompassing category. It's pretty much any bodily movement that uses energy. That means walking to the store, doing some gardening, playing with your kids, even some serious house cleaning. Yep, it all counts. And then we have exercise. Exercise is a specific type of physical activity. It's the movement that you plan, that's structured, and that's repetitive, all done with a specific goal in mind, like improving your fitness. This is your scheduled run, your trip to the gym, or that yoga class you go to every week. So here's the bottom line. Physical activity is often just a natural, unstructured part of your day, while exercise is structured and intentional. The big takeaway is simple. All exercise is physical activity, but not all physical activity is exercise. And for the best possible health, you really want a mix of both. All right, so now that we know the what's, let's get to the how. How much movement do we actually need? Luckily, the science gives us a really clear, evidence-based prescription for better health. Here it is, your weekly target. You want to aim for 150 minutes of moderate activity. Think a brisk walk where you can still talk, but you probably couldn't sing a song. Or if you're short on time, you can do 75 minutes of vigorous activity, like jogging, where you can only get out a few words at a time. Then, on 2 days a week, just add in some activities that strengthen your major muscles. That's it. That's the formula. Now, those guidelines are the goal. But what if that feels like a huge leap from where you are right now? Well, the research has a really powerful and honestly super motivating secret for you. If you take away just one thing from this entire breakdown, please make it this. It's a concept called the dose-response relationship, and it is a total game changer. It means the biggest health gains, the most dramatic improvements, happen when you go from doing nothing to doing just a little something. The jump from the couch to a short walk around the block delivers way more bang for your buck than the jump from a daily walk to marathon training. Your first steps are, quite literally, your most powerful ones. Now, all this excitement to get moving is fantastic, but it's also absolutely crucial to move smart. So let's talk about managing risk to make sure your journey to better health is a safe one and a sustainable one. And yeah, let's be real, there are potential risks. The most common are things like sprains and strains, especially if you try to do too much too soon. And while they're very rare, other issues can pop up. But the point isn't to be scared, it's just to be aware, because all of these things are manageable with a smart approach. And that smart approach? It's really simple. Just follow this 4-step safety checklist. First, know your health status. Talk to your doctor if you have any concerns. Second, start slow and build up gradually. No running a 5K on day one, okay? Third, focus on good form. And maybe most importantly, listen to your body. It's the best coach you will ever have. Okay, we've covered the why, the what, and the how. So let's bring it all together with the single most important takeaway from all of this incredible research. Here is where it all comes together. Don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. You do not need a gym membership. You don't need fancy equipment. The science is overwhelming on this point. Every single movement counts. A walk, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, a few minutes of stretching, it's all powerful medicine. And that brings us to the final and most important question. And this one isn't for me to answer, it's for you. We've seen the incredible payoff, and we know that the biggest rewards come from those very first steps. So, what's one small move you can make today?